So our pose of the month is going to be the head to knee position. So that's quite an active position. It's a position that requires a lot of activity from the solar plexus center. And so we're going to do a couple of other positions beforehand, which will really help us to apply our activity from the solar plexus center in a very focused way. So let's start in a standing position. And let's become aware of this solar plexus center here. With not the standing head to knee, the sitting head to knee, our focal pose, it's based on the so-called threefold structure. So I'd like to just become aware of that now. If you stand with your feet firmly on the ground, in the threefold structure, we have the base, which is firm and stable, so you can feel your feet on the ground and your legs. And then we have the middle where the growth is. So it's a different quality. You can really lift up here in your middle, very consciously. And then finally, we have the top region, which is light and spacious. And for this, you can take your arms gliding up. Make sure that your head stays relaxed. And become aware of the space that surrounds your head. Become aware of the breath that flows in and out from that space. And take your hands down through that light, open spaciousness again. Just come down into a forward bend. Just glide out a little bit with your back, taking your hands far out in front of you. Then relax, hanging down, and swing up freely again. Let's build up that threefold structure again, feeling the feet firmly on the ground, lifting actively from your solar plexus center, and then gliding on upwards in a light way, as if your chest can open more, but without forcing, and let the movement glide on through the arms and hands. Let's do that once again. Take the hands down, come down, and now stretch your spine a little bit to glide forwards so that your fingertips come out in front, but without any weight on them. Relax, hanging down again. Swing up freely. Once again, build up the threefold structure, legs drawn together. The solar plexus center lifts, and the upper body and the arms continue to glide upwards. One more time, same thing. Take the hands down, bend forwards and glide out forwards. No weight on the fingers. Relax down, swing up freely. Feet and legs drawn together. Lift from the solar plexus. Flow freely on upwards so that your arms flow into a straightening. And take the hands by your sides. So we've got firm legs, an active middle, and freedom around the head. Let's take the arms out to the side and take the hands to the chest. Rise up, growing from the middle through the upper spine, the arms to the fingertips. Come down again, glide out forwards. Hands by your feet, right foot back. Open up into the half moon and grow. Come into the plank. Knees down, chest and face. Slide along the ground, open into the cobra. Push into the downward dog. Take the right foot forward. Base. Lifting from the ribs, opening the chest. Take the other foot forward. Rise up again. Grow and lift the chest. Take the hands by your sides. Hands together. Gliding up. Lift the chest. Come down. Glide forwards. Hands by your feet. Left foot back. Rise up and lift. Plank. Knees, chest and face down. And the cobra. Triangle. Left foot forward. Lift. Other foot forward. Rising up once again. And take the hands down. So we're going to do the scales. Let's do a preparation. Let's take a step forward. Once again, so that we can find that firmness of our base. Lifting from the middle. And then keeping that space in the upper body. Really being aware of that threefold structure. It provides a real freedom around the head if we can structure the body in this way. A lightness in the fingertips and the hands, an openness in the chest. Come back down again. Other side. Take a good step. Feeling that firmness of the standing foot, growing a bit more in your middle. And finding that real openness all around the head. And come back down again. Okay, we'll do another round of the sun prayer before we do the actual scales itself. Let's really keep that lightness around your head. Hands together. Very free and light. And out of that lightness, we can find more impulse to grow out of the middle. Then come down. Take your arms forwards like we did earlier. No weight on the fingers, but using the middle of the back. Hands by your feet, right foot back. So keep the lightness in the upper body so that out of that free head, you can now grow a bit more from your solar plexus. Then come into the plank. Take the knees down. Chest down, slide along the ground. Keep that freedom around your head and give more impulse to grow into the cobra. Push into the downward dog. Make sure that your head is relaxed, even though it's closed in now. And now stretch your back even more. Right foot forward. Come lightly up with the arms, lots of space all around the head, and now grow from your middle. Come back again, step forward, swing up, lots of free space around the head, grow a bit more from your middle to open, and take the hands down once again with this very conscious growing impulse from the middle after a short preparatory pause. Focus on the middle and then grow. Come down into the forward bend. Glide far out and grow a little bit further out. Take the hands next to your feet, left foot back. Take the arms freely up above the head, have a pause, and now grow a bit more. Come into the plank. Firm line, keep breathing. Take the knees down. Drop the face and the chest down, slide along the ground. Open up. Keep breathing. Now a little pause and now grow a bit further into the cobra. Push into the downward dog. Little pause. Grow a bit further. Take the left foot forward. Rise up. Lots of space around the head. Take your awareness to the middle and grow decisively. Come back again. Other foot forward. Swing up. Little pause. And grow out of the middle. And take the hands by your sides. Let the breath flow. Shoulders relaxed. Neck relaxed. Be aware of your upright posture. When we really become active in the solar plexus here, it helps us to feel much more upright. So let's come to the scales. Let's take one foot forward, forming our good firm base again. And let's take the arms up above the head. Fingers are really light. The foot is firm. The head is free and the fingers and arms are light. And in the middle, we can just gather our strength so we feel a good firmness all around this solar plexus region. That's going to support us. And then let's come into the scales. Lifting the leg high. Gliding outwards. And picture yourself returning again to the standing position and come back, taking the foot down and then gliding up once again out of the solar plexus, taking the hands by your sides. Breathe freely. Other side, from start to finish without breaking off. So good firm step first of all. Light movement on the other hand with the arms, head really free. And in the middle, we can stretch a bit more so we feel that real firmness and tension. Keep the breath flowing. Picture yourself coming into the movement and then raise the back leg. Pushing strongly backwards, gliding out of the middle. Picture yourself returning. Come back. Lower the foot. And stretch up a little bit more out of your middle into the height. And take the hands by your sides. Let's come forwards, just taking the hands out a little bit in front so that you can gently stretch your spine lengthways with no weight on the fingertips. Then relax, hanging down and swing up. Grow. Take the hands down by your sides. This time we're going to do the scales. Again, we're going to pause while we're in the position. We're going to picture ourselves lengthening each more, lengthening a little bit more, and then picture ourselves coming back and finally return. So we're going to hold it a little bit longer and do a bit of extra growth while we're in it. Take 1 foot forward. Take the arms up. Breath flowing. Build up that extra bit of tension in the middle of your body, stretching from your middle. Come into the scales. Now picture yourself lengthening even more out of your middle and then stretch out further. Now picture yourself returning and then return. Return the foot. Now stretch up even more, grow. And then finally take the hands by your sides. So each time we do the movement, it has a start, it has a middle, it has an end. Let's do the other side. Taking a step, take the arms up. Stretch a bit more out of your middle. Come into the scales. Pause in the scales and picture yourself lengthening even more, and then lengthen. Picture yourself returning out of the position, and then return. Lower the foot, and grow up even more. And take the hands down by your sides. Let's do another round of the sun prayer. Take the hands together. Take the arms up, a good long stretching growth. Take the hands down forwards and really grow out long, really extending a little bit more this time than you did before. Hands by your feet, right foot back, good base with your legs. Glide up with the arms. Now another little impulse out of the middle to really grow. Take the hands down, plank, knees down, chest down, slide along the ground, come into the cobra, and now come even further into the cobra. Push into the downward dog, and even further into the downward dog. Right foot forward, bring the back knee down, come up into the half moon, and grow even further into the half moon. Hands down, step forward, swing up, and grow even further up into the standing half moon. Take the hands by your sides, hands together, glide up, and extend even further, opening the chest. Come down, glide forwards, and glide even further out forwards. Hands by your feet, left foot back, half moon, and an extra impulse to open even further. Come into the plank, knees, chest, and face down. Slide along the ground, cobra, and even further into the movement. Triangle, and grow further. Left foot forward. Half moon, grow further. Other foot forward. Swing up. And lift and grow further. And take the hands by your sides. And to come to another position which focuses on the solar plexus, and this is the triangle. You can take your feet wide apart. And let's come into our threefold structure once again. Really feel that firm base. Be aware of this center. If your ribs are a bit sunk in, you can lift up the bottom ribs to allow a feeling of real space and growth in that region. Meanwhile, the upper part stays light. The head sits perched freely above the spine, and you can take your arms up in this very gentle, gliding movement, just touching the fingertips together lightly. And pause in this position, aware of your breath, aware of that kind of opening that can arise in the middle region of the body. Lots of openness and space for your breath. And take the hands down again. Glide up once again with the arms. Lifting a little bit more the lower ribs again. Take your right arm out to one side and push down into your left foot as you stretch your left side and come far out over without supporting yourself on the right hand. Come back again. Both arms up. Take the left arm down. Push down into the right foot as you stretch the right side and come far out over. Keep breathing. No support on that hand. Change sides again. Keep breathing. Stretch up a little bit more out of your middle. A little more tension than last time. The light open movement with the arms. Come over to your right, streaming far, far out. And return again. Big, wide circular arm movement. Other side. Lift. Pushing down into the right foot and streaming out to the left. And one more time on each side. Be aware of the space through which your arms move, like great big windmill blades, down through the left foot, over to the right side, far outwards. And change sides again. Down into the right foot, out to the left. Back to the middle. Arms above the head. Take a big circular movement down with your arms through the space and then glide far out forwards, hands out in front of you, stretching your back, no weight on the fingertips. Keep breathing. Relax, coming down and swing up once again. Stretch up and take the arms down. So would you like to come down to a sitting position for the head to knee position? If you want to sit on a block or a cushion, you can do. The important thing is that you're able to sit with your spine really upright. So if you're a little bit bent back like that, then it would be good to take a support to sit on. Let's build up our threefold structure once again. Here we have the middle, legs are grounded, and the arms can glide freely up into this very open movement. I'm going to just change my angle slightly, and I think you can maybe see a bit better. So let's come into a triangle. So in this position, you can feel quite well this firm base with the legs, this lift from the middle, and the head is like the top of the triangle, the peak of the triangle. Once again, let's do this very free gliding arm movement. And down again. And just come forwards a little bit. Reaching with your hands into the open space. Legs stay firm. Toes pointing upwards, even towards your body. And a good stretch in your back. You can just take the hands gently down wherever they comfortably come. And again, you can feel the threefold structure in this position, the firm legs, the stretched out back, and the lightness of your head. Head and arms all relaxed, and hands. Okay, come back. Just hug your knees right into your chest, drawing them close up. Take the feet off the ground. Feet in the air. And now, stretch out and come forwards. And return again. Hug the knees, feet in the air. I'm going to do this 5 times. Stretch out and glide as far forwards as you can. Number 3, hug. And then stretch far out forwards. And number 4, rounding your back. And then lengthening. And number 5. And come far forwards and stretch out. Just pause now. Keep breathing. Stretch a little bit further still. And a little bit further still. And a little bit further still. And then take the hands together and take them down to your feet. Keep breathing. Paschimottanasana, the position which stretches the back side of the whole body. Feel the legs stretching, the spine stretching, the head stays relaxed. Come back up again. Stretch your arms up above your head. Lengthen a bit more. And take the hands down. Let's come into the position again and let's really see if we can retain our threefold structure this time, or build our threefold structure more clearly. Let's become aware of the very firm legs. Try not to let them flop apart. Take the arms lightly up. The top section is very free and light. Let's take them out just a little bit in front into the openness. And the middle section is this actively stretching back. Stretching out further. Arms and hands stay light. Stretching out further. Legs stay firm. Stretching out further. Looking ahead. And stretching out further still. And finally, stretch right far forwards. Take the hands down, but without tensing them too much. You can just use them to gently support around your feet. And let's pause in this position and become aware of the threefold structure again. The legs form a firm, grounded base. The back is lengthened actively, and the hands are relaxed. Face is relaxed. Breath flows. Let's really remain aware of the threefold structure. The threefold structure gives a kind of calmness and an ordering to the mind, as well as to the body. See if you can move a little bit further forward, stretching your back a bit more. Come up again. And now stretch forwards, stretch further forwards. And come back up. Lift up, growing, gliding up, and take the hands down. Just open up your chest. Good. Firm legs along the ground. Shoulder blades drawn together. Just sink down, crunching your rib cage in, and then open it up once again, directing it forwards. Bring the shoulder blades together. And now we'll come into the inclined plane, pushing away through your legs, opening the hips, opening the chest, right up, dropping the head back. Let the breath flow. Full free movements coming from the space around you. Lift your solar plexus chakra a little bit more. Free breathing. 5 more seconds. Coming up even higher. And then come back down. Let's just come into an upright sitting position. Straighten up your back. So we've worked on the threefold structure for this session, and let's just finish off by becoming aware of the threefold structure again. You've got the legs on the ground. You've got the straightness and uprightness of your back. And then finally, you've got that free space, the open chest, the space around the head. This threefold structure, it brings a calmness, it brings an order, and it brings the ability to focus our activity in our center in a much clearer way. Maybe there's some things from this we can implement in our lives. With calm clarity, we can find much more focused activity while remaining stable and grounded at the same time. So let's finish our session there.